Hey, this is the Critical Crew. My name is Infinityr, and today we'll be browsing through Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. Sadly, Tigress cannot be here today because she is at her house, and she cannot come here, but hopefully she'll be here sometime soon. Now let's get started. Before I get on to the actual characters, I wish to apologize to RDWolf98. Yes, I know my friend was a bit harsh, but she honestly didn't mean to be that harsh. She apologizes, and I hope you can forgive her. Now let's get back to the art. Okay, so here we have Shepherd, the German Shepherd, I believe. And I really like this art style. I like how it seems that you didn't use, like, lines and instead just sorta put the marks where you thought they went. And, like, I really love this art style. I like the design, and I read down here that you said it was an older animatronic, so I understand the brokenness look. I also like the fact that instead of a handheld mic, he has a headset one. But like most of them, I don't like the blood dripping from the eyes whenever it's the night mode. But that's in almost all OCs, so I guess it's pretty acceptable. It doesn't really say, doesn't really say anything else. I understand that this might be an older reference sheet, but yeah, this is a pretty decent OC. By the way, I love your art style. So I found Ricky the Raccoon. I really like this art style, very simplistic. The color palette is very nice. I like the softer and darker shades, and I think the eyes contrast very well. I read about his character, and he is supposed to be a robber, and I really like that idea because it's pretty unused, and he doesn't really have a specific pattern, and if you look at him for 3 seconds, then he disappears, and I think that's quite interesting. I also like his history. Ricky was originally going to be the main antagonist of the Freddy Fazbear Show. His role was a greedy robber that would try to steal all the characters' pizza, and it was the main trio's, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie, job to stop him and teach him to be good. Unfortunately, Ricky was replaced with Foxy as a pirate antagonist, was more appealing to the children audience than a robber. They did not get rid of Ricky, though, rather just put him in the backstage closet, which is hidden to the camera, where he was to stay and collect dust. I am sorry, I can't read today. Yeah, pretty interesting character. I like the behavior. You put a lot of detail into it. Pretty good. I like how he isn't a main character and he's just kept backstage, so he isn't like taking the spotlights. Overall, I think this is a pretty good character. I'm honestly quite glad I'm finding such good characters so far. On to the next one. So I found this character, Katie the Lynx, and first of all, I love this art style. The colors, they match so nicely together, and I love how they just drew everything so nicely. Clean lines, detail on a lot of it. Very, very nice. The only information they have right now is that she is 176 centimeters tall, and she is 26. I believe that's what that means. I think. And she plays the electric piano, which I think is really cool. I believe this is still a work in progress, because it was updated this year, I believe. And she said she'll add the personality later. But to me, it looks like she'd be sarcastic. But yeah, anyways, I really like the art style, and from what you have so far, that's pretty good. I mean, nothing to really make her a bad character. The electric piano is new. Well, on to the next one. So this is Boris the Blue Gorilla, and I like how you still added the alliteration, even though his name doesn't match up with his actual species. But yeah, from what I see about this design, I really like it. They did make another version where it's more animatronic-like, but I'll just stick with this one because this one has the information on it, and I really like the design. The design is nice. I don't think I've actually seen many gorilla OCs. I like the colors you chose, and yeah, I like his outfit too. From what I read, he is like a bodyguard. He used to be, but sorry, my memory is absolutely terrible, though I just read it. He was a bodyguard, but over the years he didn't start functioning properly, and his parts grew old, and he wasn't functioning as he used to be. And the rubber fur slash skin started to tear, and he was just put back because the funds were running low, and they had accidentally forgotten about him for a while. And that sounds like a pretty good backstory. Sounds pretty realistic. Sounds like something a cheap pizzeria would do. His bio is pretty good. I like how he doesn't usually speak, but he can say like his name, bad, good, and no. I like that. He has a short temper. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. And I'd say he'd be much stronger because he looks like he has a much bigger build. And I'd say the bigger the build, the stronger the character. And I like that. The more activity going on means that he'll have more the chance to attack. Yeah, it says in the in-game column area thing right here that his attacks are based on the amount of activity. The more activity, power usage, the more chance he will attack. And when he attacks, he will bang on the door much like Foxy. He can either appear on the left or right side. I like that idea. But I'm curious, does he run down the hall, or does he like do a slow trot? I know that this is still like probably a pretty new character. I've probably chosen a older reference sheet, but I'm just curious because this seems like a pretty interesting character. I like it. Yeah. Overall, I really like this character. Maybe adding a bit more detail, but there's nothing really else. Well, let's continue on. Yeah, this is Opal the Ostrich. I'm pretty sure I've seen this character before, and I absolutely adored her. I really like the design, and it's honestly pretty rare to see many bird characters, and I think an ostrich would be much rarer, since like not many people think of it. I really like the design. The colors all match really well together, and I like how you explained the neck in the description. It says that her neck begins to give out under the weight of her head, a design flaw. I also like this. This is really cute. But of course, I am a sucker for cute things. Always. Oh, I never noticed that, but it says she's 6'2". Honestly, that'd be terrifying to see in the pizzeria. I like how you used contrast by making the eyes yellow and choosing a more purple-pink color palette. Very nice contrast. I really like the design. And I like the information. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this since I have so much trouble summarizing. Meet Opal the Ostrich. Not a regular on the floor, she is brought out of storage to be used as a picture OP Sandy for mostly little girls' parties. She was programmed to pose and say a few cheerful phrases. She was also able to sing happy birthday in 3 different languages. I think that's really interesting. I'd say that'd be good for a pizzeria. She had an egg she carried around. It was pretty much a small music box that played the happy birthday tune at the end, and at the end of the song, the baby pops out and peeps. I think that is a really cute design. Very kid-friendly, it seems. One day, some older kids were messing around and ended up kicking the egg. The egg was still able to play the tune, although there would be small glitches and pauses. The baby was never able to pop out again, and that's when she started to deteriorate. I like the idea that it sort of seems like, since her child is sort of broken, that she breaks too. Very interesting. First thing to go was her voice box. She could only sing and speak in French now, and would change octaves at random intervals. Then her arms, she would grab children and not let go, so they got rid of them. After a while, her neck began to give out under the weight of her head, a design flaw, and she was put in the storage permanently. Every once in a while, you can hear the music box play, and her broken voice singing along and asking, "What happened to my baby? Why won't my baby wake up?" I think that would be very terrifying to find in the pizzeria. I like how she can only sing and speak in French, but does she say the last words in French or English? Because I'm slightly confused about that, but I might just be a bit stupid. I can be a bit stupid. I like how you also explained why she doesn't have any arms, but I still don't understand why she would grab them. Is it just like a mechanical malfunction or something else? Sounds like it'd probably be a mechanical malfunction, but it sounds like a pretty good OC to me. I like the design. The lines are clean. Everything seems pretty nice. I really like this. And this art style is pretty good too. Well, yeah. That will be all of the characters I'm choosing today. Oh my gosh, my computer's being stupid. Ugh. Kill me. I just wish to address, in the last Five Nights at Freddy's comments, or last Five Nights at Freddy's videos comments, you guys, I understand that you were just offending your friend, but please, Tigress accidentally took it in a very harsh way, and she is pretty upset with it. So, I would appreciate it if you'd refrain from insulting her, and maybe just telling us what we did wrong in the video if we didn't do something you liked. Thank you, cause I'd rather keep my friend along here on this channel. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, you can like the video, subscribe, do whatever you want to show appreciation. We're cool with everything. But, yeah. I am Infinideer, and this is the Critical Crew. See you guys later.